We've already had Team Liquid eliminated. Now, Team Secret are on the line here, and they've been the most dominant team this DPC season, matched up against an OG squad who have been on the rise lately, Blitz.
Yeah, I feel like they're surging in the right direction. They've got Anna back just in perfect time.
Yep.
It's one of the last tournaments where they're going to be able to get good practice in.
And they seem to be having some fun times.
Yeah, it'd be a good confidence booster, I think, for them, especially against Secret.
And I feel like their lineup enables their kind of playstyle. I mean, we already have the tops and Monkey King, of course, but more like the fact that they've got these low cooldowns, and Secret are definitely exposed in that regard. Very long cooldowns, Tide, Enigma, you've got the Terrorblade there as well. I feel like this could be an OG game where if they just play into their biggest strengths of just kind of like hitting you over and over and over again, they could definitely beat Secret in this first game.
And you've got to be fast in this lineup.
Yeah, Kyle said, what, 15, 20 minutes? If they don't have a significant advantage on OG, then it's not looking good. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like Secret's draft is very greedy. They have good late game. I think this is a very good ultra late game TB game too. He has distance against the troll. You build items that give you space between.
The battle's about to
My
start.
friend Dodo's here in the crowd. He loves playing in this TB game. I think it's once it gets to a certain point, you're going to think to yourself, like, this is a free TB game. But for OG, just put up the pressure, run at them as much as you possibly can, choke out the map, use the Beastmaster to sort of establish that presence.
The smoke up, getting some aggressive vision down there. They may actually try. They really gonna go. They thought about it. Maybe diving for Nisha. That'd be crazy. We're just gonna split the bounty runes here, and we are gonna go for an aggro tri-lane and some aggro chat wheel.
And they tip each other as looks like it's gonna be set mid. Want to put the Monkey King against the TB. That pressure early on is.
Oh yeah, he's actually
they're going to swap entirely, and they're actually going to move Anna back up here, and they're going to make it so that the Monkey King, of course, is against the Tide. My mistake.
Yeah, that's a great matchup for sure.
Yeah. And they put the Beastmaster against the Lone Druid, which I think is fine for Beastmaster.
Oh yeah, and then the Lone Druid matchup is a lane that you can't actually win that well as Monkey King, right? Because the Lone Druid, the bear, just serves as this kind of barrier between you and the hero.
Plus the fact that you can simply just fear him away when he does get too close. Like you have an instant reset mechanic. Whereas, you know, Lone Druid versus Beastmaster, Beastmaster has the attack speed aura. He can summon his own minions to deal with your bear. It's a more even 2-on-2 at that point.
And in the end, he could just keep on farming. Whereas him in the 1v1 against Tidehunter, he would actually suffer against that anchor smash spam.
Yeah, he would straight up lose that matchup. But I do like how OG's doing things. I mean, this is always the idea behind Secret, I think, is that Secret is naturally a greedy team. As Puppey, gonna get gone on, getting quite low, wants to try to trade out with No-Tail.
First blood, Anna will, and No-Tail doesn't even die. Really baits Secret out there. I hate to say it's kind of a cool choice too. Goes for the Glaives of Wisdom first. All that pure damage actually becoming rather effective, even in harassing the high armor Terrorblade.
Zai in this bottom lane actually doing pretty well, considering I thought this is one of the worst matchups that you could get as No-Tail. The guy who, for me anyways, really popularized just suiciding your deaths away. Loves playing those heroes, loves playing those Baddens. Just gonna trade himself out, no real point being up here. YapzOr continues to greet it up. This is what you want in the laning phase if you're OG. Good lane matchups, early kills. Try to hit them where it hurts. Punish the fact that YapzOr can't make these same rotations without his Helm of Dom.
I think Zai's lane is only going well for like these first 2 levels. I imagine as you start getting more Jingu levels, and the Jingu actually starts mattering when it comes to the damage. Because those first couple levels, you always feel like you can kind of fight the Monkey King, even if he does get the stacks up.
You think he should just go for the cut?
Yeah, I think at this point, for sure.
Yeah,
and
that's
force
exactly
the Monkey King
for.
just keep tanking the wave.
And that's going to be fine for the Monkey King, but Zai, I mean, he just doesn't want to be in a position where he has to one-on-one at this point.
Yeah.
He is past the point where he can fight and where his damage reduction is going to be useful. Meanwhile, up atop, Nisha also not having the easiest time, so inconceivably they're winning 2 out of 3 lanes and doing very well in this mid one.
Maybe when you're older.
It's already a good start for the OG squad, but of course, Team Secret have that extra position. They've got the 4 Enigma that is just farming up the jungle right now. So even if they do lose their lanes a bit, they always have that extra bit of farm. Nisha, though, can't afford to go down here. They aren't going to be able to get the shackles onto the troll. Nisha's going to turn around. He knows he's dead. He's away from Jarek, but he's just going to lose his captain as well, as it seems. They're just going to dive him underneath this tower. A big win for OG.
-2, -2. And that does matter for this 5-position Shaman. Losing into early on like this.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have the best pull to work with to begin with. Only 303. He's already lost 4 int. Has had to buy 2 Ironwood branches. And not the easiest start for them. And this is, I mean, for Secret, you know, no surprise faces here. You have to anticipate, like, this sort of had to be the game plan when you picked this greedy.
Yeah. I love that they actually they got some aggressive vision down and actually blocking one of the camps, because they know that these heroes, Jarek's suiciding to the tier 2. They know these heroes, Terrorblade, Enigma, they're going to utilize the jungle heavily. So if they can start taking some of that away, whether it's taking Nisha's towers, Nisha really probably going to die here again. They're just going to chase him down. That one last shot for No Tail. Now the shackles doesn't matter as it goes away, and ability pumping down as well.
That's another 2.
10 intelligence already for No Tail.
Dude, that's pretty massive. As No Tail looks like he wants to die. And in fact, just going to use the rest, the dregs of his mana left.
At this point, OG, you thinking about swapping things up? Like you pop the 5-minute shrine and then you just TP the Tide Hunter up here. Do you want to TP Troll down to bottom lane?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Why put your Troll in a rough position whatsoever? Like, they're having success in this lane. Just continue to hit back, follow Nisha around. Make life as miserable as possible for him.
They really got all 4 bounties, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, this Terrorblade, only level 3. Conceivably, if he was like level 5, you can just go jungle. But there's somebody in your jungle already. You have Yapsor that says, like, get out of here, I own this spot.
Yeah. Yapsor is not ready to leave that field just yet. Only has the Arcane Boots, is going to be working for a fast mech rather than a Helmet Dominator.
And Puppey with 291 mana now.
It costs him 240 for 1 Ether Shock and Shackles, so... Zeb's going to play a little bit of jungle time, leaving that top lane abandoned for now. Monkey King is making his way up there, though. Yeah.
But every minute that nothing is happening, for Secret, that's, you know, that's breathing room. You're going to take that at this point, because you have to make space for a lot of heroes right now on the map.
Yeah. Zeb gonna go for that super fast Vlad's, not even stopping for boots. Vlad's and maybe straight into a Medallion of Courage. So he's gonna go for the minus armor right away.
I do like that he's not going for the Necro Book. I think it's more important for him to be able to put pressure and enable his other 2 cores.
Yeah.
You're not the hard carry here. Oh, there we go. Damn, that was in unison. That was well done, crowd.
Oh yeah, UK crowds, man. They don't shirk when it comes to the chance. Zeb. Rooted up. The boar's gonna be able to help him out. He's actually forced to use the Primal Roar. Now he's thinking about trying to kill that bear, but it's a little bit too low to fight right now. He doesn't necessarily have to go back to base because of Vlad's. He can maybe lifesteal off of some neutrals before returning to lane. That's precisely what he's going to do thanks to that medium camp that's right next to that mid lane. One of those nice little advantages for Radiant side. See, surprisingly though, Secret are bringing back the network. This time, oh, he caught the right 3. He found them. They're going to roll on in, trying to stop the shackles. The Ravage does go down. Now they follow up with the shackles, making sure this Monkey King can't get off too much. He finally gets off the Boundless Strike. They couldn't actually hit him with the Anchor Smash, and he's going to be able to jump away. They blew so much for that. No Tail dove into mid lane. At least Secret will get that much, and maybe they'll get Jarek's as well. He does have a rolling boulder, but the mouth is causing him issues, and now with the Ether Shock, he'll be finished up. So 2 actually going down from OG. What a disaster it would have been for OG if they had lost the Monkey King as well.
Still, That was probably best case scenario.
Yeah.
You didn't lose your Monkey King, who has quite the lead right now. Third in net worth. Plus you got the Ravage used without any objectives being taken.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under
So
attack.
I obviously thought they'd have enough damage as Mid-One's going to switch into the melee form, get a little bit tankier. Seb trying to win the regen battle right now through the Vlads, but the bear hurts.
Oh, Radiant's top
Yeah, has
tower is
managed to
under
push
attack.
away that bear. And now they can start getting some solid damage on that tier 1 tower. Jarek's even joining here. They're going to TP in the Time Hunter. Wanting to really make sure, but actually Seb running into the Enigma, but Nisha's right next to him. They can't go through. Thompson's going to run in, Boundless Strike, finish up that Enigma. Now try and fight underneath the Wukong's command. It's only physical damage, and he's got that extra bit of armor, but he's getting so low that eventually he will fall here. Looks like he just maybe overestimated how much damage they have, thinking that the 12 bonus armor he gets off of Wukong's command would allow him to fight longer.
Yeah, it was just more the fact that everyone was there.
Yeah.
Hitting on him, and he didn't really have backup, as No Tail only level 4, no global silence on him or anything. Earth Spirit only level 3.
It's funny, Seb was probably thinking the same thing that you were. We got a Tidehunter and Enigma, but you can't both be in the same place. Secret apparently disagreeing.
What a stat. Puppy has so many more wins over No Tail.
Ah, that's including some of the old Fnatic
Dire's
days.
top tower is under attack.
True.
Looks
Puppy's
like
always
Dire's
had good
structures
squads.
are
Yeah,
fortified.
Puppy has always been like...
Except for maybe like that, what was it, TI6 EG, or TI6 Secret Squad.
Mid bounties.
You almost had that.
COG managed to grab 4 of them last time, and they seem to be in really good position to be
They're
able to
gonna
get
get it
3 or 4. Anna single-handedly takes all that.
That's
What's
8 in
going
a
on?
row.
Secret, how you just give those away?
That's a lot of gold. They would be pretty even in net worth otherwise.
I mean, it's surprising to me that OG, it feels like that they're controlling so much of this game, and yet, like, I just keep watching the network dip back into
Radiant's
Secret's
middle
favor
tower is
over
under
time.
attack.
Yeah,
I guess
now
because
with the
they farm the
boundaries.
jungle so efficient.
It's just the nature of their lineup, right?
Yeah.
They have an illusion-based hero,
Radiant's
one
middle
that
tower
literally
is under
creates
attack.
money. The Enigma. And Tidehunter can push out waves very safely. They don't really have the burst on the side of OG, no Silver Edge to break. So Zai's got a relatively free game. And again, with every minute that passes, Secret's lineup gets stronger and stronger. They haven't lost any towers, really.
They're about to start accelerating even faster as Mid-One finishes up the Hand of Midas.
The best part about this
Oh,
Tidehunter
Radiant's
game,
middle
I think
tower
what
is under
sort of
attack.
saves Secret's lineup is that he can't get bursted, so he can just sit there in front of towers. Notice that he always goes into high priority target towers. Like he TP'd mid, which is what started all that.
Right.
Then they just sort of ignore him. They went for Yapzor instead. He TP's top. Seb doesn't really have a place to go. He's sort of just being trailed by this Tidehunter. Plus the Lone Druid's a similar hero.
Dire's
Just
middle
pull back
tower
the
is
creep
under
wave
attack.
using his bear. Just reset things and just buy time right now.
Yeah, that's why OG, despite the fact that they had pretty much a 4 versus 5 for the laning phase and were doing quite well for themselves, they have yet to take a single tier 1.
I mean, it's always so easy to talk about. It's like, oh, well, they're a greedy team. Just sort of punish their greed, but easier said than done.
Hobson's chased away. So what does OG, do they need to commit more heroes to lane that the Tidehunter's not at and just go for it? Go for a smoke gank, get a kill, push the tower? Do we need to try and wrap on Mid-One, somehow kill him with the Earth Spirit? They do have the Global Silence available now, so they should have some of the tools at least to kill one of these cores.
And they've got Global, they've got Roar, they have good team fight. I think they should look for a fight towards mid lane.
That's where they're headed to with their smoke. They're going to sit
Dire's
behind
middle
Seb.
tower is under attack.
He's going to try and deal with the bear first. Revealing himself to roll on in, but all these secret heroes are here. Jarek's actually dove in really deep, and they're going to pop the Global Silence, but they're still going to be able to get the kill onto the Earth Spirit, and maybe No Tail as well, as he's slowed down by the Gush. Puppy is a bit far away, though.
That was pretty disastrous.
Yeah. And Secret, at that point where they see Global Silence is used, they could just go for it.
Man,
And
you might as well
they
save
can
that
take
energy
mid tower so
because
quickly,
Radiant just
thanks to the
fortified
fact they
their
have a Druid.
structures.
Yeah, they've got Ravage too. This is the opposite of what they wanted to happen. They were
Radiant's
hoping
middle
to find
tower
a
is
pickup
under
on mid
attack.
one and
Jeez,
taking the mid tower
Radiant's middle tower
themselves,
just
and
got
instead,
wrecked. Man,
Secret
great
again
game
comes
by
out as
Red.
Tidehunter, just being able
Watching
to
this,
sit
Morty.
himself in front of lanes. He's like this immovable target that you just can't really go on at this point. OG, they're
Radiant's
realizing
bottom
it's
tower is under attack.
much more difficult than just simply running at towers.
Yeah,
This is just going to create space for Nisha, who goes down to this bottom lane. I mean, he'll eventually catch up. That's the nature of Terrorblade.
Off of that tower gold, they now have a mech on the Enigma, so our team fight becomes significantly better for Team Secret than it was before. We have yet to see the big impact of Thompson since the last time he just kind of jumped in the middle of all those Secret heroes. He's now made a rotation up to top lane.
And Yapzor, he's smoked up. He's going to get spotted here. The ward is laid out, but again, it's not easy heroes to go on.
Does manage to get no tail with the ensnare, but Seb
Radiant's middle
and
tower is
Thompson,
under
they can
attack.
both go for mid one here potentially.
Dire's top
Seb is
tower
actually
is
just
under
going to back
attack.
up with the silencer, but
They've got
Tom is fully committed. At the same time, they're going to be able to get the Ravage and the control with the black hole. The top two of those cores. Now the troll's not going to die right away, but he's been feared up immediately after they managed to chain the CC very nicely to make sure there's no battle trance opportunity. Did you see that? Seb just like, he just backed up with no tail. Meanwhile, the other two cores went in. There just seemed to be a disagreement about what they wanted to do with that fight.
I think that Seb
Radiant's
had the right
top tower
idea.
is under
They're not
attack.
winning that fight.
Man,
You just-
get up on what a out of mess. here,
Lone Druid
because
is so
Radiant
hard
just
to kill for
fortified
them.
their structures.
And so is Tidehunter. And as soon as Tide comes up
Radiant's
there
top
with his
tower is under
Ravage,
attack.
you have lost any chance of winning that fight, especially when you don't have Global Silence. Yapzor still has his
Radiant's
ultimate.
top
They might even
tower's
go for
fallen.
Roshan here. They've got Shaman wards. They can continue to just get a gold lead.
All right, well, apparently Team Secret didn't need the 5 and 10 minute bounties, because at 15 minutes, they'll get 3 of them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
You see here
attack.
again. No Tail's already at half HP.
And it's just, you know, he runs in following Thompson's lead. This is twice now that Thompson's aggression on the Monkey King has come back to bite him.
It's Yapzor's positioning in the team fight. Like, Seb doesn't want to use Roar on him because he knows he has to use it on one of the cores. And so Yapzor just stands there at the bottom. He's like, come in. You're a melee hero. You will get Black Hold with the rest of your team. You're not bursting him.
Every single time Team Secret defends a tower successfully, they in turn manage to take the opposing tower.
It's just a weird position. Because Secret is just letting OG base check into them.
Yep.
And they're being patient, so they're not wasting time. And they're doing this all without Nisha, who, like I talked about, he was third from the bottom in net worth not even 5 minutes ago.
Oh
and now
boy,
he's
Dire's middle tower is under
third
attack.
overall.
Definitely very heavily recovered his net worth position.
And
Radiant's
if you're
bottom tower
OG,
is
the
under
reason why you
attack.
have to do this is,
Ooh.
well,
Not good.
it's sort of like how your lineup works.
Yeah.
You were meant to win these fights early on. You have a Beastmaster as one of your cores.
Radiant's bottom tower
Lot
is
less
under
greedy,
attack.
doesn't get a Midas or anything like that.
Surrounded here, he has to go for the Primal Roar onto the bear just to make sure he doesn't get ensnared. And it seems like the fights are only going to get harder.
Yeah, I think so too.
Right, because we're now getting all these various team fight items. First it was Vlad's, then it was the mech. Now I think I saw a
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Zai, so they're going to be able to catch Seb here with the Serpent Wards. Nobody's around to be able to save him. There is going to be a Global Silence actually with the
Dire's
base
top
boots. He
tower is
doesn't
under
even have to
attack.
kill the Serpent Wards to get out of that
That
trap.
force
but
field leads me to
still,
believe that Dire
something
just
was
fortified their
forced.
structure.
OG. They managed to force the Titan into rotation, so I was going to ask you, what if they make some sort of feint play where they force Secret to go, oh, they're pushing this tower, let's TB defend, and then they go to the other side of the map.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
We'll see if it actually works for them, though, because they may not be pushing into a Tidehunter, but they're still a lone Druid.
This is their old school combo, right? All right, there you guys go.
It's just beautiful.
It really is.
You can tell the players who can hear it, too. 6-7, 4,000 net worth lead, just continues to climb for Team Secret. And
Remember during it was like TI 6 times, that was like their death lineup. It would be Tide Enigma for
Yeah.
Secret.
Yep.
It was when they had like Misery, and he just played Tide every game. It's like, that was the combo. Give it to them, you'll lose. And they're bringing it back old school here.
And that was referred to as like this ultimate high ground defense. It was super hard to fight into, even as you got BKBs, like you could still lose fights. And here, Team Secret is utilizing that defense and defending tier 1s.
Radiant
so this is
just
like tier
fortified
1
their
is,
structures.
as
You know
it
what I'm talking
sounds,
about?
the first step. OG is supposed to have gotten all the tier 1s by
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower is under
Focusing
attack.
on tier 2s, get
Couldn't do
Roshan,
much
then
about
go
Radiant's
for the
bottom
high ground.
tower,
It feels
could
like the
ya?
whole
Well,
entire
that's what I
game plan
call
has been
teamwork.
entirely stalled up.
The good news for their lineup, though, is that because, and this sounds weird, but like because Secret has so many cores, it does mean that Ana just, I mean, he's got more to farm, right? That is the upside here, is that unlike Secret, who has to split like the entirety of the jungle and lane creeps, you have Ana who just, he gets all of it.
Everything is Ana's.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can kind of get behind that. I don't know if, I guess the problem for me is they have such good counters to the troll, right? All three of their cores counter the troll in some way, right? You've got Tidehunter who's naturally tanky and lowers the troll's damage. You've got this high armor TV who can also pretty easily get his ultimate off from Sunder.
Once he gets BKB, life gets easier because he can't get rooted.
Yeah.
And Puppey just sort of becomes
Puppey's just gonna run at him.
This is,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
I've seen this again. There goes Global Silence again. Yes, that was deja vu.
this is literally looks like a replay.
Dyer's bottom
I
tower's
just
under
saw
attack.
this exact same sequence of events. And then they all started spamming Seb. Thank you.
Oh boy, Dyer's bottom tower's getting hit.
One thing that didn't happen though, last time Team
Dyer's
Secret
bottom
did
tower's
just
under
funnel
attack.
into the road shot.
I wonder what they're gonna
super
build.
fast.
Where
That was so
Dyer's
weird,
top
right?
tower used to be. Ooh, Dyer, you gotta fortify them there. Boy, you know that Roshan guy that just got killed by Dyer. He owed me money.
Snatches up the Aegis.
What's the matter
He's
with me?
very
You just
likely going to
Dyer's
die
bottom
here, of
tower's
course, but that
destroyed.
was still sick. He managed somehow to get out of the pitch, but that was amazing.
That's the second Aegis steal that we've seen. Just today alone, it's not.
Inside, he knows what you're up to. He knows that you're trying to TP way inside of these
Who needs
trees.
a cloud?
And now Ana,
Can he do it? He's really quick.
he is very fast, but where's he really gonna go?
Oh, he
He comes back through, but Yasser is here. There's
Oh,
also
whoa,
Seb.
killing spree. Oh, everyone
Only Seb.
bow
The rest of the
down.
team is still a little bit too far away.
Jack-
They're smoking it. Here comes that Wukong's man with a boundless strike on to 3, trying to get up the Jingu stacks, get it off of mid-one. Thompson's actually plenty healthy thanks to life steal. Puppey, he's a little bit low, but does manage to get out of the Wukong's man. No-Tail trying to finish him up to make sure there is no disables on top of Thompson. But now the
dominating now. He's dominating.
will be able to get those disables out to finish off that Monkey King. Instead, slowed down. Jarek tries to come in to bail out his team like he just did inside the Roshan pit, but Team Secret all low.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you saw that mad scramble. They understand there's only one way they can lose that team fight, and they're going to get around
Radiant's
He wanted to
middle
make it
tower is
all
under
5.
attack.
So that's going to be the complete team wipe. I mean, has No-Tail gotten any int since he racked up that 10? No, he is not.
No.
He bought a very
Radiant's
ambitious
top tower
Null
is under
Talisman.
attack.
My game's great, guys.
Blitz, this is feeling like the antithesis of the Liquid game 2. Right? Liquid go through, they're this demolishing force that's taking every single tower. Here it's the opposite. Team Secret's just the unbreakable wall. And the game just becomes more and more one-sided as OG run into that wall, fail to break it, and just make Secret stronger as a result. Oh man, they are all so low, and every single time I can't help but thinking like Thompson, feeling compelled because the way the fight's always breaking out, he has to throw out the boundless strike first. Not having it later on to the fight just costs him several kills.
Regeneration.
Oh boy,
Still see
Dyer's middle
smiles.
tower is under attack. That
As
force
they're
field
finally
leads me to
going to
believe that
claim
Dyer
this mid-tier 1
fortified their
tower.
structure.
That'll be all the outer tier 1 towers now taken. But we
Dyer's
just
middle
expected
tower
it
just
so
took
much
a big
earlier.
Yeah, we see how
It's gone.
swiftly
Nice.
the GG bet
It's
odds
like that
have,
song. Lump, lump,
have
but
changed.
not noop,
OG
noop, noop.
do take that tier 1 tower, and they're pushing kind of for more because they know no
Ana's
Black
got a
Hole, no
BKB.
Ravage, and it does have a BKB as well.
He wants to
Thompson
fight.
tries to jump to the back line, but a blink away from Yaptor. He's able to get a Wukong's man surrounding Puppey. Puppey just going to throw out the Serpent Wards. Immediately there's going to be the Golden Sounds to make sure there's going to be no Ravages. It just came outside. He's trying to get out of the pit. He does have the Ravage. He wants to blow it at the last second. He's just going to be able to get still Ravage. they're keeping Anna dead, and he do manage to bring him down. He stays alive, and now look for the chase as Seb trying to get away from Puppey. A good kick from the Earth Spirit will slow him down, but Yapsor didn't get hit by that. He's got a Blink Dagger. He's going to spot Seb.
Radiant's bottom
stun
tower
up
is under
in time,
attack.
though.
And that half second that Jirex made him stutter step buys him just enough time. And honestly, that was not the worst fight. That was about as good as it gets for OG right there. They forced the buyback. They got a core kill. They did lose their troll in their 10-second BKB, but with the net worth disadvantage that they have, you expect that fight to be a lot more one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been a little bit better if they had somehow finished off the tie.
Yes.
He doesn't get out the Ravage.
Radiant's
Troll
bottom tower
survives.
is
He's
under
going to take
attack.
the tier 2 as a result. I mean, it was so close. Good read on Zod.
It was.
I almost thought that he was just going to be
Radiant's
like,
bottom
oh, this is
tower
a
is under
lost fight.
attack.
I don't want to blow Ravage in a lost fight.
No, he was waiting for as long as he could for the troll ult to be off. You saw that. I think Seb roared him as well. They were just trying to keep him locked up because they understood they were conditioned to win in that fight.
Yeah.
Just don't let him ravage.
Way to go! Radiant's bottom tower is completely
Puppey
gone.
has a Ghost Scepter, but should go down here.
Zai says goodbye. Captain Puppey.
Morty
is away.
Killing spree.
Thompson now on a killing spree. And he's done a very admirable job with his net worth too. It's just, I mean, look at the difference between the Enigma 4 position and the Beastmaster who was mid. This is sort of Seb's role in the game though. Like we
Radiant's
talked
middle
about, his
tower
item
is
build
under
was not
attack.
geared towards splitting the map like we see normal Beastmasters do.
Right.
We saw him earlier in the tournament go for the Necro 3 and just dominate. This time around, he's had to just switch gears and make it so that his troll is protected as much as possible. He's purchased the Vlad's, the Solar Crest.
That's been so much of OG's bread and butter is
Radiant's
these,
top tower is under
these
attack.
offlaners
Come
that
on,
can get a bunch of team fight items for
with
OG.
it. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He even goes for the Solar Crest and by
Radiant's
the
top
damage
tower
of
is
the
under
Troll
attack.
or the Monkey King. You see something similar out of
Ooh,
Zai
Dire,
here.
you gotta fortify them.
Crazy
Their
part is I
structures.
could
Good
still
work.
sort of
Jeez,
see
Morty,
a
they're
way
going
in
after
which
Dire's
OG
bottom
win.
tower.
Yeah. I mean, the Dota Plus odds don't put it too far out there. It's like 85% to the favor of Team Secret.
I say that's about right. You could see the glimmer of how they can win a team fight.
Yeah.
When they properly throw down the global and they're unable to help mid one. There's no 4 staffs or anything yet. What?
Yapsor is building an Octarine core.
Of course.
3rd item.
You think he would see that last fight and everyone would say, hey guys, if I had like 1 4 staff to get out of the Wukong's ult, I probably could have lived.
I'm like thinking about so many like mid-game-ish items that would be good for you. I understand that he doesn't want to go BKB, spacing up against the Silencer, but
Yeah, and Beastmaster.
like a 4 staff would do wonders for you here. They do manage to catch Seb in the mid lane, surrounding him with circle wards this time around. There is no global silence to use. And indeed,
Yes.
Seb is dead.
Radiant's
See,
middle
those guys,
tower is
those
under
are the real
attack.
troopers. The rest of you guys who just kind of...
There's like level 20,000 battle passes out there.
Radiant's middle tower is destroyed.
All right, well, just like last time, we get some sort of pickoff. We're going to go for a tower. They very quickly take it. Now they're ripping apart a tier 3.
Radiant's
He can't
middle
actually make
tower
it back to the
is
base in time.
destroyed.
Puppey and Yapsor, they spawn out. They're showing some very aggressive vision they
my
have there.
goodness
There's going to be a
gracious.
global silence. Anna now going to be forced to pop the battle
Radiant's middle
trance. He's going to be able to
barracks are
turn on
as
the
good as
Puppey, gets the
gone.
Ghost Scepter off. Turns on
top
the
tower
Nation
is under
next.
attack.
Eventually, that battle trance is going to wear off, and Anna's going to be lining up back around the high ground, but he's going to be slowed down by the Ravage. Does have a Ravage ready to go, but he doesn't even need it at this
tower's
point.
under attack.
So Thompson lets out the Wukong command. Puppey
killing spree.
so he throws out the Ravage just to be able to kill that Silencer and slow down Thompson.
Jesus,
But
dominating.
he will die here. Give it to Jingu Sacks to Thompson as well, which will allow Thompson to fight up against mid one spare if he wants to.
That's still 2 dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now there's very little for him to worry about. Still has the black hole as Nisha. Just
Way to
take the
go!
tower with his
Radiant's bottom
illusion.
tower is
I
completely
mean, it's
gone.
crazy to me that all those abilities were used. They lost their Tidehunter, and they thought about just pushing for more objectives after taking a tier 3 into melee racks in mid, taking tier 3 bottom. They can hit Shrine. No, they're not that cool.
They're on the hunt right now.
Whoa,
They're gonna be
mega
able to
kill.
catch
Uh-oh. Mega
Nice
kill.
combo is really anything matters at this point.
Yeah.
OG is far behind enough that you'll take it, and that's going to be a Rax, and the bottom lane opened up as well.
You'll take every little bit that you can get, yes, but how much? How many little bits does OG need to be able to come back into this game?
They would need 2 successful team fights in a row, like big ones, and this might just start here.
Pick off on Nietzsche would be massive. Pops the Manta, but the roar far away. They do manage to get the silence, but no Primal Roar. Continuing to run, but that's going to be the opportunity for the Sunder. Thompson, again, just seems to be a little bit of a difference between him and Seb's idea about that fight. I think he thought if he kept running, if TV turned around, he was going to get Primal Roar before the Sunder went off.
The end of this. Welcome to the abyssal pain.
Or no tail.
It's a butterfly already.
And Roshan just
the timing.
All right. All right. Well, it couldn't be easier for Secret at this point. The AC Solar Crest are so much minus armor.
They see it. They know about it.
Yeah, is Anna going to try and run in there? Tops is going to jump into the tree. Seb's going to reveal some heroes. Seb's managed to get the Primal Roar into the Enigma with the Wukong's man out, and Anna in there with the Battle Trance. Well, trying to use the Thunder from Asia.
They sure know how to kill.
Who's grabbed the H's and is going to be able to come back alive here. But it's set up from Team Secret. They're immediately going to go on to him again. Not letting him jump into the trees. He's dead for 100 seconds. And Sherix on top of the side to try and help his carry.
He's now dominating. He's dominating,
This is looking grim for OG as Team Secret, given how fast they can take these buildings. 60 seconds on a Troll and 80 seconds on a Monkey King. They could definitely take the Ancient in that short of time.
Yeah, that was the buyback on all these heroes. 17k. The creeps have already taken the mid racks for them.
Radiant spot
down towards the bottom one. The good news for OG, if there is any, is that unless Secret decide to go for the throne, they do still have a tier 2 tower at the top. But imagine that Secret, they can just take all the shrines now.
This is the same team that how long was that game? 75 minutes?
Yes.
We had like 4 Aghanim Scepters or something that they took away from Roshan. This is the same team that secured their victory in a way I don't think I've ever seen any team do before. So I'm not surprised they didn't try and go for a fast throne push. 2 lanes of barracks. They've got this game pretty well in the bag. There is the 3rd item, Octarine Core. The App Store's Enigma.
He's going to go for the refresher so that the first time it gets canceled by a global, loads up the second one.
Wouldn't you just get refresher in the first place instead of Octarine?
No, dude. What do you want from me?
Hey, well, now he's got an Arcane Rune as well. Zai's been pinging it out for him.
He wants to try to match up the timing, right?
Yeah.
Just wait.
So is he, if he picks it up right before 32 minutes, are they going to give it to Nisha instead? Okay.
That works.
It probably makes more sense.
Yap's just like, yeah, sure, dude. I'm leaving that for you, no problem.
Definitely didn't want that for myself. Anna, Serpent Ward's out. Oh, Thompson kind of jumping in, managed to jump back into the trees right before the damage came down.
Someone's getting rooted.
I mean, Midwan is going to eventually root somebody. Anna pops the BKB. He cannot afford to pop the Battle Trance, otherwise he'll be pulled back into the danger zone. Yaps are actually...
He didn't have hole.
Oh,
but,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No tail.
What a bluff.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is
without
destroyed.
Global, I think you just go for it.
Yeah.
They don't have creeps though.
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, because Radiant just
really
fortified
mattered
their
to this
structures.
Terrorblade with an Arcane Rune. Any excuse to pop the Metamorphosis. Is there any lane that's going to be pushing in soon?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a long time for those creeps that are at the very top part of the map right now, slowly making their way. Coming soon to try and break the backdoor protection. Meanwhile, on the side, OG is trying to, they have to try and get into the backline, right? They have to stop Yapstor now that they don't have a global silence to rely on. Team Secret back up, just playing that high ground area we've seen so many teams do. When they're in control on Dire Sign, make sure to get the vision on top of the cliff, defend it.
They're looking for
Thompson, he wants a fast pick off on Puppy. Good force staff. Gets out of the Wukong's command. Now Ghost Scepter as well. And he even turns around to get some disables off into the back line, though.
Morty, watch out.
Just trying to get James started. But he's still alive. Black hole. There is going to be a
man, this guy's dominating.
Unable to get off the battle chance. Multiple Blacknecks coming out from OG now as they're going to be run down by Team Secret.
He just mega
Looks
killed.
like we got ourselves a triple kill here, Rick.
Or he could act like a detective.
They're going to just turn and take
Oh, mega kill.
and trying to run in for a second. They do have the launch jump in from Thompson, who spotted a very low HP Puppy, who somehow still alive through all this one, but can't get him. And Morty's nothing they can do.
Pretty tight.
Just
Oh boy, it's killing spree. Level up a
a celebratory black hole
Women
from
and
the
children
Absor.
and Kunka
As
first.
they know, I mean, Team Secret just handled OG in so many ways this game.
That was